early Week 5 predictions. So I hope you've been keeping up with this series um, because tomorrow we'll have Week 6 predictions. So stay tuned for that. But getting into the Week 5 predictions, we have Thursday Night Football, 49ers, Rams. This should be a good one, both 4-0. The NFC West is going to be really good this year, as you can tell. This would be awesome if we have two 4-0 teams going at it on Thursday Night Football, especially since Thursday Night Football has been historically bad for a while now. So this is a great matchup. I'm going to have the Niners winning it. I know the Rams have home field advantage. I still think they'll split the series, but I just like the Niners, especially early in the season. They're not going to have any injuries, or at least they shouldn't have any injuries by week 5. I know the 49ers very well. I'm a 49ers fan, so I know as the season gets later into it, we're going to start getting injuries, and that's when we're going to go from like 7-0, 8-0 to 11-5 or something like that. We're going to start losing games later in the season, but for now, we're going to get rolling. So then we have another international game. We have the Vikings and the Browns. I'm not saying I would take the Browns even if they had home field advantage, but I'd think about it a little bit more. The Vikings defense, like I stated in other videos, I think it's going to be top 2 only behind the Broncos. So I'm going to have it a bit of a low-scoring game. I don't think J.J. McCarthy is going to come out here and be Tom Brady. So that's another reason why I have it pretty close. And I think Joe Flacco is going to do okay. Still have the Vikings winning it. Then we have the Giants and the Saints. I'm going to have the Saints winning it. The Giants are 2-2, so they actually started the season pretty well, but I don't think the Saints are going to go 0-16 or anything like that. I think they'll win 2, maybe 3 games. I can definitely see the Giants winning this. I like the Saints at home, though. Then we have the Cowboys and the Jets. The Cowboys always do better when they're not at home, so I think they're going to get this win over the Jets. I also state every video that I think the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs, and they just did start 0-4, which isn't helping my claim at all. So I think they're going to start getting back on track pretty soon by beating the Jets, although I think the Jets will do better this year. Then we have the Broncos and the Eagles. This should be quite a good game. Just unfortunate for the Broncos. I think they have the top defense, but they have to go from facing the Bengals in week 4, which is arguably the best offense in the league, to now probably the second or third best offense in the league. I think the Ravens offense is better than the Eagles, but the Eagles are probably third with best offense, especially with Saquon. So you go from the number 1 to the number 3 offense is just unfortunate for the Broncos. But yeah, I think they'll keep it close. Their defense will keep it close, especially because the Eagles' offense, Jalen Hurts seems to make stupid mistakes a lot of the time, but I think Saquon is just going to be the difference maker here. Then we have the Dolphins and the Panthers. I'm going to have the Panthers winning this at home. I'm kind of surprised that I have the Dolphins starting 3-1. I am a Dolphins fan, but I'm still kind of surprised that they started 3-1. I can see it, though. So far, they've had a pretty easy schedule. I could have had them winning this game, too. I can definitely see it, but I think the Panthers are going to be pretty good this year. Dark horse playoff team. I mean, anybody can really win that division, even though I have the Buccaneers 3-0 right now or something, or 4-0. So the Buccaneers are kind of running away with it, but we'll see. Then we have the Texans and the Ravens. I have the Ravens winning this. I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the Texans. I have them losing pretty much every week. I just don't really trust them this year. CJ Stroud's sophomore slump has really gotten in my head, and then they lost Stephon Diggs. I don't know if Tank Dell's still going to be on IR. There's too many question marks. I mean, I don't really need to explain myself in this game because I think everybody's going to take the Ravens, but just for future reference, not too high on the Texans. Then we have the Raiders and the Colts. Could see this one going either way. But the Raiders, we have to remember, aren't the Raiders of last year. They don't have Aiden O'Connell at quarterback. They don't have Alexander Madison as running back. They got Ashton Jeanty, Geno Smith, and Pete Carroll as head coach. So we got to kind of start being higher on the Raiders. I don't mind the Colts. I think that they're going to be okay, but they also have Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, so can't be too high on them. Then we have the Titans and the Cardinals. I'm going to have the Titans winning this. Pretty high-scoring game. Both defenses are going to be okay. I think I'd like the Cardinals defense a little bit more, but you know, I like the Cardinals this year. I think they're another dark horse playoff team. I have them starting 3-1, but I don't think the Titans are going to be as bad as 0-4. That's partially why I have them winning this. I know I can't just do this with every game. Like I see a team that starts 0-4 and like, oh, they have to win this game. I'm not going to do that, but I just mean even the matchup wise, I kind of like the Titans. I know the Cardinals are at home, but I think matchup wise, the Titans got this. Then we have the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. Another kind of 50-50 matchup. Home field advantage is going to be big here. If Tampa Bay was at home, I would have picked them, but Seattle's at home, so I'm going to pick them. Also think Seattle is going to be better than 1-3, so they should start trucking here. And then we have the Buccaneers starting 4-0, kind of like what I was just talking about beforehand. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty high on the Bucs this season. Not a lot of people are, but I am. So then we have another good game, 3-1 versus 3-1, Washington versus the Chargers. I think this is going to be a good game. Chargers are at home. I still have Washington winning it. I just like the Commanders. They're more proven than the Chargers are. I mean, I know I can't really say that. We saw what happened with C.J. Stroud as freshman versus a sophomore year. Same thing could happen with Jaden Daniels, but I don't think it is, especially because the offseason moves the Commanders made are much better than what the I got distracted, but yeah, than what the other team was making. So I'm gonna have Washington winning this one. Still going to be a close game. I think it's going to be pretty high scoring. Although the Chargers defense isn't bad. I like Washington's defense better though. Then we have the Lions and the Bengals. I'm going to have the Lions winning this. Pretty high scoring game. No surprise here. I mean, I like the Lions defense, but they're going to have trouble stopping the Bengals offense. But I still think the Lions are going to win it. So I have them starting 5-0. Should be a pretty good shootout though. Then we have the Patriots and the Bills. I'm going to have the Bills winning it by 3. Both teams are going to be more even this year. It's a pretty good Sunday night game too. 3-1 versus 3-1. I think it's going to be close, but I'm going to have the Bills winning it partially because they're at home. Then we have Monday night is the Chiefs-Jaguars. I was tempted to take the Jaguars here, but I also really can't see the Chiefs starting 1-4. So I kind of have to take them, although I am pretty high on the Jaguars. I know I've said this for a lot of teams that they're dark horse playoff teams, but I can see the Jaguars making the playoffs, especially the division that they're in. So those are my Week 5 early predictions.